you can get mites on your lash extensions or even your natural lashes too. So if you want to find out how to clean your lash extensions so you don't get mites on them, or just what to do to prevent them from happening in the first place, keep watching. This is so disgusting. This is what my lashes look like under the slit lamp. I have lash extensions and I did not wash them for just a 24-hour period. You can see all that yellow debris, that's oil and inflammation, and my eyelids look a little bit red. This is the perfect setup for lash mites. Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Rupa, ophthalmologist and lover of all things beauty. And before we get started, I have to ask you to please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification so you know when I put out a next video. And I'm going to be doing a lot more of them, hopefully at least a couple times a week. So you guys want to know when my next one's out, because I promise you it's going to be some good information. All right, so let's get into it. Mites. Ugh. They are gross. You see one under the microscope and it just scars you forever. I started doing lash extensions just a little while ago just to try it out, and mainly because I've been wearing my reading glasses a lot more, and I just wanted a little extra boom that was quick, didn't require me putting on liner and all of that extra stuff. The thing is, you can actually get lash mites from lash extensions. And as an ophthalmologist, I am continuously examining women who have beautiful lash extensions, but don't take such great care of them. And I see some pretty disgusting stuff, I have to say. One of the things is a lot of women just don't want to wash and clean their lash extensions very well because they are so scared of losing a lash. I get it. You paid a couple $100s for them. Every little lash is like $5 that's drifting down on your cheek. I totally understand, but not cleaning them is not the answer because you're going to end up with something like this. Basically, whenever you've got your lash extensions, even more so than your natural lashes, but it happens with your natural lashes too, you're getting a lot of buildup of oil and dandruff on your lashes. It's called blepharitis. And the lash mite, which is also called Demodex, loves that oil. So if you've got extensions and you're like just not cleaning them at all, you're really creating the perfect environment for that Demodex. It loves that stuff. It just gobbles away, eats up all that oil and makeup. That sounds disgusting, right? It is disgusting. So how do you know if you have lash mites on your lashes? You can't actually see them. They are so tiny that they require the microscope that we use here in the office to be able to visualize them on your lashes. But you're gonna feel like your eyes are red or puffy or swollen or very itchy, mainly at the eyelids, right where the base of the lashes and the eyelids are. You don't feel something crawling around there. They're just not that big. The best way to figure it out is to go see your local eye doctor, and they'll be able to examine you at the slit lamp by a microscope, and they can magnify it. They can even take a photograph of it for you if you are so inclined. So let's get into what I do with my lash extensions so that I will never, ever see a lash mite on the microscope. You might think that my lash cleansing routine is a little bit on the excessive side, and that's fine. But because I see all the complications that happen in the office, I am really diligent about making sure, number one, my makeup is always removed. And number two, my lash extensions are really, really clean because I don't want lash mites on my lashes. I think that's really gross. I'm sure you do too. So this is what I do. So first, every day, I will brush my lashes in the morning. At nighttime, I will actually wash my lashes with a tea tree foaming cleanser. And you're not supposed to use oil-based makeup when you have lash extensions or oil-based cleansers, but this is a very dilute form of tea tree oil, so I really like it. Tea tree oil is one of the treatments for Demodex, which is lash mites. So that's why I like using it, and I'm okay with a couple lashes falling out as long as that my lashes are clean and that it doesn't get any of that dandruff on the lashes. So if you don't clean your lashes, you get a lot of buildup on the lash extensions, which is called blepharitis, or basically like dandruff. And all of that can accumulate. And that coupled with makeup is just kind of what those lash mites love. It's just their perfect environment. So we want to get rid of that environment for them and make it so it's not so cozy and warm and full of good food for those little mites to eat. Oh, gross. So gross. All right. So at nighttime, we're going to go through what I do for cleaning them at nighttime. So I just use Cetaphil Daily Facial Cleanser. I usually use the gentle version. I think my husband brought the wrong one. He bought the normal to oily skin, which is for him and not me. So I am not going to use this one, but I will grab the other one. Let's get to that. And then I will go ahead and put some on my eyelids. It's oil-free, which is what really makes it perfect for cleaning your lash extensions as well. And the gentle is very, very gentle. I mean, basically, I still have makeup on even after cleaning with this. So what I do is I will go back afterwards and use a micellar water on a cotton pad. But first, let's just wash my face. You know, I just put some on my hands and then just wash. So the Tea Tree Oil Foaming Cleanser, this is We Love Eyes is the brand. It is developed by an optometrist, and I know her, and I'll put the information below for if you want to purchase it. I will use this with a lash brush. Now, I have 3 because I've tried all different kinds. I don't just use my fingers. In the beginning, I used to just use my fingers, and I don't think it really got into the crevices at the base and really got rid of the oil in the makeup, and I felt like a lot of it was just accumulating there. So I tried these 2 at first. I don't like these. You can see them. I just found that the tips were really kind of hard. And so I was losing a lot of lashes when I was using these. This is the one that I really like. And it is Barbolita. I'll find the info and post it down below. It has a really nice soft tip. And I actually love this angled part of it as well. And you'll see the way that I clean my lashes, it just really gets into the groove of it. I like that it's a little bit longer, but not so dense to get your extensions to fall out. It's just good for cleaning in between. You really want to get into the base. You know, you don't want to be afraid of getting right in there and getting that dandruff and that oil and that makeup off. I know it is so sad when you lose a lash. It just feels like $10 each time that a little lash falls out, but it's worth it, I promise you. It's also the other reason why I will go get fill-ins every 2 to 3 weeks, because nobody does a good cleansing like your lash artist. I mean, they do the best cleansing, and I will rather pay the extra money and make sure that my lashes are really, really clean and just fill them in and not worry so much if I'm losing lashes, as long as my natural lashes aren't falling out. That for me is my no-no. I don't want my natural lashes falling out. I don't care if the extensions are just falling out and they're not attached to the natural lash. So what I do with this is I will wet it, and then I put a pump of it right on the tip. Now, it is tea tree oil, so it does sting. The first couple times I was using it, I hated it because it stung my eyes so badly. You really need to keep your eyes closed super, super tight, and that way it won't drip in. And then what I do is I will do one at a time. So we'll see. I've never tried to. All right, so I've got it at the tip, and then I just will suds in right at the base. And you always want to use these nice circular motions right at the base. Very gentle. I'm not rubbing really hard, but I'm doing enough mechanical traction so that I can loosen any of the debris that's adherent to the lashes. Now what I do here, so I've been rubbing and I feel like I'm going back and forth from the inner to the outer corner, okay? Then I will just turn the water on and then I clean it and then like keep going back and forth and just slowly start just wetting the brush, and that's gonna get rid of the residual. And then I'm also just kind of cleaning the eyelid as well, so it'll help get rid of the makeup. Yes, it's messy, it's getting all down my face. But what I do is I will also brush it down because I want to get the debris off the lash. I don't want to just have it mixing around right there. And I can't wink if you can't tell. So that's why I'm doing this with both my eyes closed. Yeah, I just can't wink. I'm an ophthalmologist that can't wink. I can wink the other eye, just not this eye. I should have done the other eye. Okay, whatever. Anyway, so, Oh, that's better. Okay, if I just smush it. All right, then I'm just rubbing down like this to get the debris off the eyelashes. And then just really making sure that all of the tea tree foaming oil cleanser is completely off. I don't want any of it on because, like I said, it really, really stings the eyes. And then when I feel like it's pretty good, I open. Okay, yeah, feels okay. It doesn't cause me to sting. It's not burning my eyes immediately. And then I will do the other. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, there we go. And then you can see, nice, gentle back and forth. Sorry, I gotta close both eyes here or else I'll get it in my eye. I'm not closing tight enough when I wink. And then it does get in my eyes and then it does sting. And then I just keep repeating, like rinsing it with water. And keep repeating until I feel like all of the cleanser is completely off. Back and forth, those small circular motions right at the base. Okay, it seems pretty good. Now what I'll do is just then wash my entire face. And then I'll just use one of these pink, what's it called? The makeup eraser. Yes, I'll use one of these pink makeup erasers. And I like these because they don't have fibers. You don't want something like a regular towel because it has the fibers and it gets stuck in the lashes. And I just very gently pat it dry. Not doing a lot here, just very, very gently patting it dry. Just so that your lashes are not sopping wet. And then I go to brushing the lashes. I give it a little bit of a chance to air dry if you want. So if you let your lashes air dry, they're gonna be kind of pokey and spiky and they're gonna look a little funny. So I actually bought one of these little bladeless fans. And I know it's a lot of work, but if I'm gonna have extensions, I wanna take care of them. So I use this little fan. It feels nice. And I just let them dry the lashes a little bit more because you don't want to brush your lashes when they're sopping wet. Just like you don't want to brush your hair when it's wet. It's going to cause breakage. Same thing with your lashes. So I don't want to be brushing them right away when I've just cleaned them. I need my daughter to count for me or something. And this is where it's helpful to use the Magic Eraser pink towel because just like towel drying your hair, just pressing into your hair a little bit, it helps. Otherwise you'd be here forever with this little fan. Okay, they feel pretty dry. And then you can just, you don't need to use this fancy kind of little retractable brush here. You can just get a spoolie from the makeup counters at the department stores or at Sephora, which are free, so it's basically the same. I tend to throw this in my makeup bag all the time because I swim a lot. And I know they say don't get your extensions wet, but I swim. I'm not gonna change my lifestyle so drastically. That's the reason I wanted to try extensions instead of doing the magnetic liner, which I really love because I wanna be able to swim with them and go to the beach. So I throw this in my makeup bag and I don't like this spoolie doesn't have a cover. So I like that this has a cover. So I just will brush the lashes. Now, brushing the lashes is good for two reasons. First reason is, again, just particulate matter, the debris, the dandruff, you are just brushing it off. All that stuff that you just washed off, you're gonna brush it off. Second, it helps fix any misdirected lashes. So these lash extensions, they are not as soft as your natural lashes. You know that if you've had one fall off into your eye, you know how painful it is. You don't want any of them poking into your eye. I have seen that as well in the office with patients. It can actually cause a corneal abrasion or a scratch on the surface of your cornea, and it feels really awful. So you really want to make sure that you are brushing every single one. And again, I lost a lash, so big deal. That you're brushing them and really get kind of at the base because sometimes it's possible for one or two to be angled incorrectly. And this also just helps them look good too. So you can tell that my left eye is a little bit red because I was trying to close the eye, but open this eye. And I told you I'm really bad at winking. So I wasn't really closing it tight enough. And so some of the foaming cleanser did get into my eye. This eye I was closing in both eyes. So they were nice and tight. So it feels a little bit better. This one feels slightly irritated, which is okay. Again, I don't have lash mites. That's the key right there. So this is what I do. I will brush with the spoolie in the mornings when I'm getting ready for work. And then at night is when I do all of this cleansing. After I finish this, I will also double check with some micellar water and a cotton pad to make sure that all of my eye makeup and just all my makeup in general is removed. Like I said, I don't think the Cetaphil is the most intense cleanser, but I don't do a 17-step cleansing routine. I mean, I guess that's a double cleanse technically, but I'm not doing an oil-based and oil-free. I want moisture in my skin. I'm in my 40s. I don't want it to dry out and look really, really awful. So I just want to make sure that all my makeup is removed. That's what I mainly do. I'm not trying to get that squeaky clean feeling because that's not really good for your skin. All the dermatologists will tell you that. So anyway, that is my lash cleansing routine for extensions. You follow this, you will or should not be subjected to lash mites on your extensions. Hopefully your eye doctor will tell you you're taking great care of your lash extensions. And the other smaller things that you can get are blepharitis, which is that dandruff, the oil and makeup buildup. And the more that the oil and makeup build up on the extensions, then they don't adhere well to your natural lashes. They're going to fall off anyway. So you want to do this as just part of your routine maintenance, just for the safety and health of your lashes, of your eyes, and just preventing any awful complications and side effects. So I just counted how many lashes I lost. I lost 3 total during this cleansing routine, but I am almost due for my fill-in. Actually, I'm going to be going later today for my fill-in. So I think a lot of them were just ready to fall off, and you do lose a couple lashes a day. It's just part of your natural lash cycle. That's just normal. I think you just notice them more when you've got the extensions on them because, first of all, it's money. And so you think about it like dollars and cents as opposed to just you lost a lash. And then they're thicker too when they've got the extension on. So you could just visually you see them more. Anyway, I hope that was helpful. Please subscribe, hit the bell notification. Please comment below if you have any questions about what I just did about the lash extensions and my experience with them, as well as what to do to cleanse them. And if you have any topics for ideas for future videos, please let me know. I am always interested and read every comment. So I really appreciate it. And mahalo for watching. I am Dr. Rupa.